Alright everybody, welcome back to Shred Rip Fit. Today I'm going to build a custom jig. Show you guys how I do it and what I use. I have all my script material. Keep it pretty simple. I have the barbed wire color. It's brown, black, and with purple flake. And I have my browns and my purple. That's it. I use living rubber fine as well as purple. And this is pretty much how I do it. These are the three I'm going to use. I'm going to use 5 strands of the purple, a half strand of the barbed wire, 3/4 of a strand of the brown. This is full, just to show you a size comparison. I'll put this away. And then I have my wire here. I use 24 gauge wire to make the jigs. I have my 1/2 ounce football head. It's a green pumpkin jelly color. It's kind of like green pumpkin that's got like a little purple haze to it. Really cool looking color. And I'll show you how I make them. Alright, we'll see how the video turns out when I film like this, but I'll show you how to start off. Start off by laying the wire. We're going to build off of that. And then I will take about half of my strand. And I'm going to lay that down first. About halfway, because I'll trim them after. And then I'll do my accent color as well as my purple. Put that kind of right in the middle. And then I'll take this one and I'll split it just a little bit. I'll lay my hook down somewhat on the top there. And then I'm going to put this over my weed guard and my hook, like that. Lay it on there. Keep it somewhat in the middle. It just kind of makes it a little easier. And this is somewhat the tricky part. You got to get this wire wrapped up. I'll go up and around under the weed guard and then flip it over. So I kind of start with one side. You have to make sure you get under the weed guard, but you want to make sure it's still on that keeper. And you got to kind of keep your rubber on there in the right spot. Guys, always use rubber. So you got to keep it there. Kind of hold it with my fingers and try to manipulate it around. Once I get it there somewhat straight, I'll kind of try to position my rubber just so. And here you can kind of see it. See, I got it on the first side. Then I'll flip it over. Make sure all these are on the right side there. So now, with the wire, bring it around to the back side. And then I make sure it's on the keeper. And I'll get it here. Kind of hold the skirt material out of the way. That's where I'll grab my pliers, twist it once to start it. I'll hold with the pliers, and I'll twist it around a few times. I won't get it super tight. Now, this one I'll go through and kind of just make sure all my skirt material is somewhat oriented like I want. And it's hard when the rubber's together to make it look right, but I just get it fairly close, like that. And now, that's close enough because once I'm done, I can kind of flip it around. Now, I'll get it, and I'll just snug this wire down. Get it just about to where you not break it, but get it close to tight. So I'll get that, and then I will trim this and put it in the jig vise, and we'll go from there. Okay, now we're sitting here in the jig vise. The wire has been trimmed. Now what I'll do is I'll get pliers. See if I can find it here, and I'll just kind of crimp it down like that. If it focus, to kind of fold that wire down and out of the way. Just use your pliers and fold that down right there. Okay, once I have them like this, and I have them nice and locked down, I get my scissors, and I'll grab each one of these tabs, and this is how I release them. I stretch them nice, and then I cut them slowly. And they all just kind of pop out and get loose. So I'll take each one of the strands and do that. Yeah, just nice and snug. And just pop them all off. Do that. These are already, the barbed wire ones are already pre-cut. So I'll just cut them along the deal. Then I'll kind of flip my jig around like so. Do the other side. And do it real quick. Finish this jig out. That. Purples. These. Just like that. Pop it out of this deal. That's when you can kind of pull your skirts around, and that's when you need to start adjusting it. See, I got my accent colors on the side. I like to have that purple right in the back. Not saying that's right or wrong, that's just the way I like to do it. I like to have that accent color right in the back. Now the other barbed wire one, it kind of somewhat runs throughout, which I really like. But I want that purple just to be right on the back side of that football jig. Like that. And you'll see a couple of these strands, like they're still stuck together. You just kind of have to pop those out. But all in all, that's how I like to make them. Now that's not a lot of skirt material, but this is wintertime fishing what I'm doing right now, and you need more of that finesse feel. I don't want that big bulky feeling. I want just, you know, it's still got a lot of flair to it, I guess, but nothing like super heavy skirted material. And what I'll do is I'll leave these a little long. What I like to do is put the trailer on them and figure out, and then I'll hold this material back and snip some off just to where the tails of my trailer hang out past the skirt. That's how I like to run them. So here's the finished product. Got a 1/2 ounce jig with barbed wire purple flake, little tiny purple accent, and brown fine living rubber. I think the fine living rubber has a lot of action. When it hits the water, it just kind of floats around. There's not a lot of jig material, like I said. Just a nice subtle jig. But I really like the color match with that green pumpkin jelly head and the brown and the little bit of purples. It's a good looking rig, and it's really easy to make. Make your own. I think I make these for probably around $1, $1.10, $1.15, all said and done. You know, if you order in bulk and you find the right place to get the hooks, you can make jigs for really reasonable. There's no use in going out there and spending $5, $6 on a jig when you can make one right here at home. Look just as good, in my opinion. So that's it. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for watching Shred Rip Fit. I hope you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that like button, shoot me some comments. Need some more subscribers. Start catching hogs on these jigs and show you guys what it's all about. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. You know, these jigs really do work, and for me, jig fishing took time for me to build the confidence in what to throw. And part of that confidence building was sticking to basic colors: browns, purples, blacks, and blues. Just keep it simple. Don't overthink it. And take your jig fishing to the next level. Thanks for watching.